Let's take you to Gauteng, where police are investigating a case of attempted murder and malicious damage to property following an attack on e-hailing vehicles at Maponya Mall in Soweto last night. At least 2 Uber and Bolt vehicles were set alight. No arrests have been made yet, and police are maintaining a strong presence in the area. Zola Sholwana is standing by for us to speak to an e-hailing rider in terms of their concerns. Zola, good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Juju. As you can see right behind me, there's still high police visibility trying to control the situation. As you might have heard that the e-hailers have suspended their operations in the area, saying that they're tired of negotiating, with these taxi drivers. Now it's time for them to respond back with violence as well. And obviously the management is trying to stop that. There's a meeting that is currently happening right now between the e-hailers and the management of the mall. We will give you more updates about that one. But let me bring in a rider, someone that's been, inconvenienced by this operation. Ma'am, thank you very much for your time. When you heard that, an incident of that nature happened yesterday, the first thing that came to mind is that how are you going to get to the mall as someone that uses e-hailing services?
Yes, we've been highly inconvenienced. I mean, as things stand now, Abokoko are getting paid today, and as part of the community leaders, we were told what's going to happen with Abokoko. How are they going to get to and from home? And the problem is that the taxis are a problem for them because they don't drop them at the door. Sometimes Ukoko can't walk or uses a walker, so they're able to get help from the e-hailing drivers. But more importantly, I just want to know, Guti, we are young at this discussion list. Nobody's talking about the riders, the people who pay for this service, but they're making decisions that are going to affect us. For example, the mall and the taxi people and the e-hailers have decided there's a drop-off point and a pick-up point. What if you can't get to the pick-up point? It's too far from the door of the mall. So what must happen? We pay for the service. So we must get, we have freedom of choice. So we must be able to get what we pay for. So I think in any discussion, there should be the community of Pindo and e-hailing riders, so that we have a say. We know exactly how things are going to run, because now we need to pay. We pay for the service, so we must get what we pay for. As simple as that.
And now, something else that they complained about, from the taxi driver's side, saying that sometimes, you get offered discounts where you could maybe possibly pay 10 Rand from your house to here. And then obviously that's a loss for them, because it means that you can get on board with 4 people or the same ride.
That has nothing to do with me. The taxi is not going to drop me off at home. The taxi is just going to go from the taxi rank to wherever. The e-hailing driver is going to pick me up at home and drop me off at home. That's why I downloaded the app, to have the convenience of being picked up where I want, when I want. So the taxi, at 5 o'clock, there's no taxis. What's going to happen then? I go to Maponya Mall for dinner, and then what? How am I going to get home? No. It doesn't work that way.
So there's also a meeting that is currently happening right now, and you had stretched out that you would have liked, community, or rather e-hailers, riders like yourself, to be part of that meeting, because you are the ones that are mostly inconvenienced by this incident.
Yes, I've had a chance to talk not only to management, but to talk to some of the e-hailing drivers. We are going to be part of the meeting at 1 o'clock at the police station, just to have a voice and to hear exactly how do they get to the conclusions that they get to without involving people that use the service, both for the taxis and the e-hailing services. So we want to know, Guti, how do they get to whatever agreement they get up to if they don't involve people who use it? We are the ones who pay. So I think we should have a voice.
Thank you very much for your time, ma'am. So there's a meeting that is currently happening right now between the management of the mall and the e-hailers leadership, and there will be obviously a response shortly after the meeting. And also at 1 o'clock there's a meeting that's expected to take place at a Cape Strait police station. And as she has mentioned, that the riders also allowed to be part of the meeting because they were heavily inconvenienced by this incident. Back to you in studio, Dudu.
Zola Sholwana coming to us from Soweto. Thank you very much for that update. We'll touch base with you a little bit later on.